Guys, it's not very often I get to do 2 ceiling fan videos in one day, but today seems like a good enough day for that. So, um, what you see here is a 52-inch Sears Turn of the Century ceiling fan made by Lasko. These are pretty common ceiling fans. However, I really like these, so when I had the chance to get one of these for free, I jumped right on it. Um, in retrospect, maybe not the best idea, but I'll get into that in a minute. So I picked up this fan for, it was free. I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and the lady messaged me back after I initially messaged her. She said that she had 3. So I thought, awesome, I'm getting 3 of these Sears ceiling fans. And so when I got there, I was expecting to get all 3 of them. She took me to the room where they were, and it was only one of them. Only one was one of these, and the other 2 were, there was like a Hampton Bay and an Encon Hugger. So I had already said I was going to take all of them, so I just took all of them off of her hands for her. But yeah, a classic example of why you should always ask for pictures of everything whenever you go to pick up something and they say they have like something else or something more. And I learned it the hard way. So, however, I am pretty happy to have this ceiling fan at least. This was the one that I went up there for, obviously, that made it worth it. So this one is in pretty rough condition. I might do another video of it after I fix it up a little bit. So this is kind of like, probably like a pre-restoration-esque video, I guess. The light kit on it is a 5-light kit. It's actually a really cool light kit. One of the thumb screws is missing to hold the bottom portion on, but it's staying up there somehow. You may notice that the center shade is mismatched. That's because they all originally were the same shades. However, the one of them was broken when I got it. Actually, I have it right here, as you can see. They probably just like knocked into it or something and just broke a chunk off the front of it. And so I had to use a different one that I had, one of my frosted tulip shades. So, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but I will show you the light kit on. So, there it is. 4 of those light bulbs I got with it. One of them's an LED, and then the other one of them was burned out, so I just replaced it. But, very bright, a lot of light, obviously, with a 5-light kit. I think this light kit actually does fit this fan pretty well, honestly. I didn't think it did in the pictures, but I do like it a lot. I like the loop arms on these. So, the other thing is that this fan has a replacement pull chain. Now, normally that wouldn't be much of a big deal because, you know, ceiling fan, people replace the pull chains all the time, but some of these turn of the century models were 4-speed, and so they took 4-speed pull chains with 5 different positions: off, low, medium, high. No, it was low 1, low 2, medium, high, off. And when somebody replaces the pull chain, they typically don't get the one that's supposed to be used. They don't normally get a 4-speed pull chain because people are stupid, I found. So this one obviously has a newer 3-speed pull chain in it. So I'm not sure if this one's supposed to be 4-speed or not. I haven't taken it apart or anything. I don't want to take it apart because I don't feel like getting that light kit off of there right now. So I'm just going to do a video as is with the quote-unquote original pull chain, I guess, that it came with. And then maybe in the future I can see if it is supposed to be a 4-speed, I can get another 4-speed, because that's what I did with that other white turn of the century that I got a few years ago. It was originally 4-speed. Somebody replaced the pull chain and wired it very incorrectly, and I bought the proper pull chain and restored the 4th speed. Now, speaking of those ones, this is actually kind of like an antique brass version of those 2 white ones that I have. It's completely plain sideband. It does have stencil blades. The motor is actually it's not the skeletal motor that these were known to have. It's actually the early cast-aluminium solid motor. It doesn't have the skeletal holes in it. So it's just like the ones in the white ones that I have. And the motors in these are actually made by Sanyo. Lasko imported the motors from Sanyo. I previously had specified these were actually made by Sanyo, the entire fan, but that's not true. Only the motors were made by Sanyo. Lasko manufactured the metal parts, and I don't know about the blades. And then these were, of course, rebranded by Sears. So it has, the canopy is what we call the tuna can canopy. It was actually designed, created by Emerson. Yeah. This one's a little bit different design. It's got like a sort of a cup, or like a thing that goes around the ball part by the down rod. It's kind of different. I'm not sure if that's something that they added or something, because the white ones don't have that. Anyway, let's go ahead and start it up on high speed now. Oh, another thing. One of the blade arms has a small crack in it because the seller stored it on its blades with the blades assembled, which is pretty stupid. I did my best to bend them back without breaking them. It still works. However, I'm probably going to like try to reinforce that blade arm with like JB Weld or something so it doesn't break in the future. But despite this fan being in such rough condition, it actually does perform pretty well. A little bit of wobble, a little clicking from the pull chains, but no bearing noise, barely any motor noise. Moves an okay amount of air. So now medium speed. Pull chains knocking on the globes. Always so annoying. I think that vibration is from one of the globes, actually. Yeah, because if you mess around with the globes, the motor itself is dead silent. So medium is okay. I think this might be, no, I think that is the actual medium speed. Because if this was a 4-speed model, I think this would be the regular medium speed. And now, low. So this is a kind of slightly fast low, so I actually do believe that this might be the low one, the functional low. So they probably aren't using the aesthetic low, if this one has it. It's not terrible, not too much of a restaurant low. Absolutely silent though. Alright, switch it off. I'm gonna reverse it, but the reverse switch on these is on top of the motor housing. I think it's somewhere up here. Can't find the reverse switch. Oh, there it is. Okay. We'll start it up on low in reverse. I don't think I've tested it in reverse yet, so this will be a surprise for me as well. So medium. And high. it looks like it's not wobbling as bad in reverse. I'm feeling air from it, that's for sure. Gotta be careful when I'm stopping it because one of those blade arms is cracked. I don't want to break it. Alright, so here's an up-close view of this fan. Visually, it actually, or cosmetically, it's not in terrible condition. A few of the blades, the tips are a little busted on, but the blades themselves are very clean. I love this stencil. This is my first turn of the century with stencil, actually. So there's your 5 light kit with these really pretty outer shades. I wish the other one wasn't broken, because they kind of go from frosted, regular white frosted, to sort of smoky. It's pretty cool. And the center shade that I, of course, provided. And then there's your tuna can canopy up there. Like I said, there's the added little portion right here that is not on the white canopies that I have for some reason. And also the screw placement, I believe. I don't know, the screw placement is the same, I think. I'm just trying to look over there. I can't tell. I think it's the same. So also, I have seen, not this very model, but a model similar. Lasko themselves made a version with a different faceplate. It was the same basic design, but it just had a different faceplate with thinner vents, and it was called the American Classic. Not to be confused with the Fasco American Spirit. But anyways, there are, I think, 3 of those at an antique store over in Ellicott City that I go to a lot. I actually have a video, an old video, showing the fans at that store, and you can look that up if you'd like. But those fans, I believe, do have stencil as well. Or at least the one that's always off, that doesn't have the light kit, that I always see whenever I go there. So, I forgot to show you the top of the motor. Unfortunately, the tag is still there on top, but it's faded and it doesn't say anything on it right anymore. So right there's what would probably say Sears, Roebuck and Company, and then the model number, etc., etc. The reverse switch is right there, back here. And yeah. So that is about it for this video. Also, the pull chain extensions, these came with the fan when I got it. I just added this extra one, this little length on here, because the ball kept hitting against the shade here. But this ball is original, at least to the fan when I got it. So that's it for this video of the Sears Lasko turn of the century ceiling fan. Thank you for watching, and more to come.